Okay, it's about to get deep. Wholeness, love, and light. The topic today is the DNA activation rate in your growth cycle. So I know it has other stuff, but let's focus on the contemporary human. So remember when I was talking about last time about the black hole souls and the dark hole souls, because they have a soul, but their soul is in reverse, of reverse Merkaba. That means they're cut off from source. So they're going to go through. So pretty much they're like NPCs, if you want to call them that, or robotoid humans. You want to call them reptilian. You want to call whatever you want to call them. Bot, empty seeders, soulless beings, whatever you want to call them. But see if this makes sense. This is their cycle. Because their diamond sun just means 12 dimension, 12 DNA strand. It got mutated. So their genes has been cut off. It's cut off so bad that there's no glory for them. There's no grace, there's no glory, there's no ascension, because they're just in a perpetual cycle of dissension. So I'm going to break down what a soul integration is. So just bear with me. So soul integration. So let's focus on contemporary human. So I already tell you who they are. So when they're going through their soul integration starts from birth. When you come through your mom's womb, out of that vaginal tunnel. And when you come through that vaginal tunnel, we are in the cycle, we are in the Aryan cycle, which is the fourth DNA strand. So everybody must come already. 3 DNA strand activated, 3.5 DNA strand activated, at least to 4 DNA strand activated. But let's just say 3.5. So this is what it says. Okay, that is saving. So strand 3, that's my last recording. So strand 3 activated at birth, at least everybody. But it says fourth is blocked at age 12, mutation via mutation. So the goal here is to work on our 4th to 6th DNA strand. From birth, this is what we're doing. And in astrology, and I'm going to teach you guys something. In astrology, right, there's 4 quadrants. Sorry that I don't have the picture here, but I'll break it down and then attach it to this after, so you guys can understand. But let me explain it before showing you. There's 4 quadrants. The first 3 houses is quadrant 1. That is all about physicality. We already came with those activated. But let's talk about the second quadrant, 4, 5, and 6 house. This is what we're working on. House, DNA, chakras is all the same thing. So you guys understand? So when we come into this reality, we are just working on our emotion. So the first quadrant is all about physicality. The second quadrant, which is 4, 5, and 6, 4, 5, and 6 house, 4, 5, and 6 strand, 4, 5, and 6 chakra, is emotion. The third quadrant is 7, 8, and 9th house. We all know the 7th house is Libra, the 8th house is Scorpio, the 9th house is Sagittarius. It's the same thing. These are DNA strands, and they also on the scale. I'll get into it, but that's all about the mental. So a lot of people have mental problem, that's mentally not mentally function and stuff, because they're disconnected from their angelic self, from their higher self. They're cut off, because a star seed has 7 to 12 DNA strands activated. So people with mental problem is none other than earth seeds, 1 to 6. And because earth seeds is about physicality and emotion. Star seeds is about mentality and spirituality. Star seed comes with their mental and their spiritual already activated. They want to ground and anchor themselves. So they need to connect to their lower self, or their opposite, or their twins, let's just say, to get to get those information, those because they're already coming with the accelerated energy, and they need that base, that grounding, anchoring mechanism. So people with that problem that has these different disability and stuff, is because they're earth seeds and they fail to connect or grow or activate their 7 to 12 strands. It's embedded in their DNA. And a lot of them are phantom beings, or they're in the phantom matrix and they just disconnected because they got mutated from different aliens, Greys and Zeta and all that stuff. So, does it say the age here? It didn't even say age, but let's just say the soul self is from when you were born. It starts from when you were born. 0. Damn, they're so mean to the other ones, eh? But it's when you were born. It's when you were born. And then this one, the 4 to 12, 4 to 6 is from I would say 12 to 22, and then this one would be 22 to 33, and then this one would be 32 to 44. Because I'm just going based on this one, right? But these are the people. Okay, let's read this. So the embodiment identity phase lock into 3 dimensions. So this person they're trapped in the 3rd dimension. And this is why some of us are here, to get our family and friends waking up. We're not really saving them in a way to drain our energy, because these are the energy vampires. Point blank period. Now, the angelic humans, these are the original earth humans. They're a little bit different. So they're getting their soul integration at age 12 to 22. So I guess when they were born with 3 strand and nothing really happening. But from age 12 to 22 is when their soul is coming in. So soul meaning 4, 5, and 6. See? Activation. So they're building their emotional state. The emotional self is growing. See, people that has emotional problems, they're still growing and activating their 4, 5, and 6. I'm giving you guys the key, the sauce, so you guys know what's going on with yourself. People that have emotional problem, they lack 4, 5, and 6 strand. They could have mental problems all day. I'm a mental power all day. Because they probably star seed that didn't ground themselves properly, or they from the probably earth seed that's building up. It's either way, but either way, you have to get 4, 5, and 6 activated. It's very vital. It's important. It's mandatory. This happens for the regular earth angelic angels, earth humans. This happens between 12 and 22. So what doesn't happen? If this doesn't happen, what happened? Death. This is why a lot of people die. A lot of children, young people die between 12 and 22. They die. The matrix, they go back into the astral realm, into the spiritual realm, the realm of the ancestors, and they recycle and they get a new body. So this is why you can't really cry too much. Yes, you're going to miss them. You tear a little bit, but just know that they're good. It's just that they gave up the body because they didn't get to do this. They didn't. Because they have to come back again. It's a video game. Life is a video game. So I'm giving you guys a sauce. This is for you to become an angel, a full angel. 4 to 6. It happens between that. It's like going through puberty, maturity, adulthood. This is the angelic hood, soulhood, if you want to say. Oversoul is your angelic self. It happens between 7 and 9 dimension, 7 and 9 DNA, 7 and 9 houses. It's all the same thing. Astrology, spirituality is all the same thing. I got to make it make sense, because some people are going to be like, oh my God, over my head. These are all dimensions, houses, chakra, DNA strands. Chakras, DNA strand, astrological houses. And let me give you guys a key. Where your sun sign is where you are. A lot of people have their sun sign in the physical and in the emotional. So that's where it shines the most. A lot of people have their signs above the horizon in the 7, 8, and 9, or 10, 11, 12. Mine is on the cusp. Mine is in the 11th house, but almost at the cusp. So I'm 11, close to 10. So, yeah. You know, a lot of people that I know is in the oversoul. A lot of my close people, they're in their sun sign is in 7, 8, or 9. A couple is in 4, 5, and 6, and 3. Yeah. But this is where we are. It doesn't mean that you're a robotoid, a soulless being, or it just means that that's shining the most. So let's build. I mean, whether you're earth seed or star seed, that's what's shining the most. But I think I'm really thinking that it's a earth seed, star seed thing. But I'll make another video for that. But 20 so people that made it to 22, you're gonna feel something at 12. Puberty, 12, a lot of things happen. You feel puberty and stuff, but there's more thing that they don't want to tell you. They just name it puberty and name it this, but I'm giving it a real name. You're having a soul integration, point blank period. Fuck it, you're having a soul integration. Let's just be real. In the physical realm, you're going through puberty, this and that, emotion, this and that. Over soul self, if you're 22 and you're listening to this, you have made it. You have made it. Maybe these people can survive longer. I don't know. But if you're 22, between 22 and 33, give yourself a round of applause, because no, you're working on your oversoul self. Your Saturn return is going to come, and listen to this. It's all online. Your Saturn return is going to come at 29 and a half, 30. When it comes, it is the father of karma and the judge, and there's a lot of Saturn is that strict father that's going to critically analyze you in a critical thinking and see where you are, and because it's all about restriction. It restricts you so you can grow, so you can learn all your lessons and your challenges. And if you're not doing this spiritual work and these integration and getting them right, you're going to transform, whether or not you like it. But you might transform mentally. It's all energetically. You might transform physically, emotionally. You might freaking leave the body too. So again, a lot of people do die between 20 and 30, or 22 and 33. I wonder why.